Well, if you're not woke yet, I don't know what's wrong. Good morning, and welcome again. Welcome to those of you who are back again for the 4th year. I'm so happy to see you all again. Some of you are new, and this is your first year, and we're happy to have you here, and thank the Lord. Yesterday we had so much rain, or last night we did, and today I just looked at it like, you know, he just washed out all the bad stuff and cleared it out for us to ride today and just praise him. And so I thank you for being here. Most of you know my story, and I'm not going to tell you the whole thing again. You know it, and God shows the difference in today, and I just thank him every day. December 11th, my life changed for good. December 11th, 2007, and he raised me up out of darkness and has been raising me up ever since, and he's the one who carries me, and he's the one who guides my steps today. And I made a decision on that day and the days to come that because he took me out of darkness, that I would help others come out of darkness through him, not through me, but through him. So that's how Pain into Power was born. I spent some time in the battered women's shelter. Sounds like a prison. I spent time there, but you know what? They gave me a place to live, but really it's the Lord that set me free. So for anybody here who's in bondage or anybody here who's been abused, you know what that's like. If you haven't been, you probably know somebody. And the answer is really the Lord. That's where we turn to for our strength and for our freedom. And just always know that. Today, I want to first thank Pastor Larry James and recognize him from KAZ Radio, who's here today. And thank you for coming. And I also want to thank a representative from the Akron Beacon Journal for coming out and spending some time with us, and he'll be with us at Mount Peace Cemetery as well. And yes. And I also want to recognize Lucinda. Lucinda is the aunt of Brandy Tice, who we will be honoring at Green Lawn Cemetery. And I got to know Lucinda two years ago now, and we've gotten to know one another, and she's allowed me to be a part of her life and share the story of Brandy. And I got to meet Brandy's mom and sister a couple weeks ago. So she's going to be with us too for the day. So if you see her, talk to her, give her a hug, thank her for being here and for being a part of today too. And thank you to all the volunteers. Oh my gosh, you guys have been great. You've helped with today and helped in Sunhee with your jewelry making and everybody, you know, we spent a day making jewelry and then you guys have been great. Everybody who helped baking cookies, Alice, and where's Shelly at? Shelly's somewhere. Okay, Shelly made the food, and everybody helping with the tickets, Beth and Jerry, and my brain is going right now, but everybody, I just want to thank you all because one person cannot do everything, and so I thank you for being gathering around this year and just really helping get this thing going. What we're going to do today is after I get done speaking, Pastor Brenda's going to come up and have a blessing over us and the bikes and the ride, and then we will, Barb's going to come up and lead us in Amazing Grace. We will lead the bikes first, then the cars will follow. You all should have maps for the grave sites. We'll be going to 3 different grave sites: Mount Peace, Stowe Cemetery, and then back around to the Green Lawn Cemetery, and then back here. Everybody that is riding in a car probably should know who they're riding with or something by now. If not, let me know and we'll get you somebody to ride with. The first grave that we're going to today is Dr. Margot Prade, who some of you are very familiar with. She was shot and killed by her husband, Police Chief Douglas Prade. The thing to know about that is that sometimes in domestic violence, people look at it as a all or nothing. You have to be beaten or openly bruised to have been abused. She was never touched or laid a hand on until the very end, and we see what the end result was with her. Susan Marie Yates, this was a very sad story. She was brutally murdered at Mount Peace Cemetery, and they actually buried her right there, and just buried her right at the cemetery. And her murderer was sentenced to death by the judges. It only took 4 hours to deliberate the case. Baby Cameron Wilson was killed at the hands of his father, and we'll be going to his grave. He's a 3-month-old baby. His father was enraged when Crystal decided to go out and go to a meeting, and so he took his anger and frustration out on the baby, and the baby was killed. And then Brandy Tice Hostetler was shot and killed by her husband Danny. Brandy was attempting to get free and was on her way out of that relationship, and he killed her. And so we honor all 4 of these people. And there's so many others that are not part of this ride today, but there's just thousands of people who are killed because of domestic violence. And if you know somebody that's in that kind of relationship, please don't hesitate to say something to them or speak to them and be truthful with them about what's going on, because it can escalate at any moment to to what we're doing today. And what Pain into Power does is try to stop this from happening and reach out to people and make a difference and talk to people and pray with people and let them know that there is another way, there's a better life, and that you don't have to live in that kind of environment. And the last thing is, faith is what this has been born on, and faith is what it continues to grow on. And we don't always have to see what the end results are, but sometimes I'll get a phone call from somebody 3 years later that will say, hey, you know what, your classes really helped, or I talked to you 2 years ago or something, and they come back. And so don't ever underestimate what you might say to somebody that could save their life, that could change the way they think, or let them know that they are worthy, that they are a child of God, that they are something, and not what the enemy tells them. So just let's love each other. Men are affected, women are affected, children are hurt all the time, and so let's try to. You guys are here because you care about that, so let's try to make a difference, okay? And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Pastor Brenda, and thank you very much.